Hey everyone! So Mother's Day is coming up in May 2020, and I, of all people, should be the one to write a song about it because I am an alienated parent of 3 out of 4 of my children. And if anything would happen to the 4th, I would see it coming from a mile away because I know that they've been planning it forever. Because they planned it from the get-go with the first one, second one, and third. So I wrote a song called Mother's Day. I have not come up with the music for it quite yet, so I'm just gonna go ahead and read the original song lyrics to you today. In the past, I had shown you the lyrics. I mean, I don't really feel like it. I mean, I guess I could. So that way you know I wrote it. But I wrote a poem, and I was working at Sheets a year ago, and it was Mother's Day, and I had to work on Mother's Day. And I said, Dia de las whatever. I wrote it on the board in Spanish and all of that because I had to work on Mother's Day, and I got happy because when you work at Sheets you have to whatever, and it was really hard for me, but I got through it, and I was really glad for the distraction because obviously I have spent every single Mother's Day I've ever had alone as an alienated parent. So I know there are thousands of other parents, mothers and fathers. It's not an equation just for one gender. It happens to every single gender there is. Mothers, fathers, and I'm not gonna discriminate. There are other genders besides male and female, so let's not be jerks here. So here goes. I'm gonna go ahead and read it. You ready? Because Mother's Day's coming up. And maybe I can write one for the fathers too at some point, because my ex-husband is an alienated father as well. Ready? Let's go. Here it is. Another day I hate. A grieving mother, riddled with shame. But I'll mask it all, conceal the pain. Even if you know, could you ever relate? If I could be with them now, hold them close, there wouldn't be enough hours in the day. They'd be ripped away so quickly. So it goes. There are never enough days in the year to make me forget. If you had no way to capture the memories, if you had no photos to stare at, to see, if it was all erased today from your life, what part of their world would you have been present for? So all the world may see is a pretty face. But what about the ugliness underneath? Well, you haven't seen them in this long. So why should you? Not today, not yesterday. I know too late that interference is not support, and manipulation is not support. And I don't mean to feel self-pity, but my children are buying the wrong people flowers for Mother's Day. If you had no way to capture the memories, if you had no photos to stare at, to see, if it was all erased today from your life, what part of their world would you have been present for? I'm glad I had those jobs as a distraction from my broken heart, from wishing they were here. But my whole life will always be designed around the missing spaces where they should be, even with a new baby near. If you had no way to capture the memories, if you had no photos to stare at, to see, if it was all erased today from your life, what part of their world would you have been present for? So here it is, another day I hate. A grieving mother, riddled with shame. But I'll mask it all, conceal the pain. Even if you knew, could you ever relate? So happy Mother's Day to all grieving mothers. bereaved and alienated. So to those of you who are alienated, and to those of you who have a child that's dead, who you've lost in one way or another, anyway, no one notices us because we're not allowed to celebrate. We grieve instead. Nobody wants to talk about us. They want to brag on Facebook. They want to brag on social media about the flowers that they got and who took them out to eat, what they got to do. But we have to stay silent. We stay in bed all day. We grieve. We mourn. We drink. I found myself drinking at work constantly. I would drink on the way to work. I would drink at work. I would sneak it in my work cup. And then I would drink on the way home just to get through the day. Because I missed my children so much. Because I was being bullied so much. And I'm not drinking now just because, well, frankly, it's expensive and it's not helping at all. It just doesn't help me. It makes it worse. Alcohol's a depressant. But it was like just that, it just, getting tipsy was like the only way to keep a freaking smile on my face. And we have to mask it every single day. And the holidays, I mean, Mother's Day not included. Not just Mother's Day, I mean, but let's see, Easter's coming up. So Easter, I have to mail presents to my kids because I can't freaking see them. There was St. Patrick's Day. That's a little known one. Easter. Let's see. There's Valentine's Day. There's Christmas. That's a big one. Birthdays. Birthdays are huge because that's like the day you gave birth to your kids, you know? And then, oh my God, you're thinking about all those memories. Thanksgiving. So all these holidays where people are bragging about all the things they get to do with their families, and we have to stay silent about it because we're grieving. So I wanted to write Mother's Day because that's a huge one. That's a huge holiday where we have to just put on a happy face. Gray skies are gonna clear up. I can't sing to save my life, but I try, guys. I try. It just, for some of us, it doesn't get better. People say, oh, it gets better, but for some of us, it doesn't. Just know that I am here for you. I had an attorney that used to tell me he was in my corner. He was always in my corner. Well, I'm in your corner. Guys, I know that sometimes it doesn't get better. No matter what people tell you, they say, go to court, keep fighting. Well, sometimes going to court doesn't do shit. It just doesn't get anywhere. It's a carousel, and sometimes you never get off. Some people don't get off until they kill themselves, you know, and it just doesn't get better. So I get it. I totally get it. I know how it feels. I know exactly how it feels because I'm in the same boat. Hashtag, I'm in the same boat. So that's why I wrote this song, because I'm grieving too. So I'm here with you, okay? Please don't forget that. And give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and keep coming back. I love you guys. Have a great day.